Namaste students, हमेशा खुश रहो बिटिया. I am JV'n's Dr. Neeraj Dholia, Faculty of Agriculture and Veterinary Science, Jayoti Vidhyapeeth, Women's University, Jaipur. So today we are going to discuss the topic that is the behavior genetics. So this is under the subject behavioral science. So let's start. So behavioral genetics is also known as the psychogenetics. So under this stream, we studied the influence or effects of genetic combination on the behavior of an organism. So how the genetic makeup and genetic differences creates the differences in the behavior and how they affect. So this is have the significance in the psychology. You can treat any genetic disorder, or you can slightly uh, change the genetics in the animals other than the humans, in the laboratory animals. Okay, so the quantitative genetic methods and the molecular genetic methods are used for the behavioral genetics. So quantitative genetic methods are it estimates the net effect of genetic and environmental factors. So under this method, the two factors are studied. One, the genetic factor, and second is the environmental factor. Because an animal or an organism uh, under the influence of the genetic and the environmental factor. Genetics also affects its behavior, and the behavior can also be changed according to environment. So the study which consider the genetic as well as the environmental factors for the behavioral changes is known as the quantitative genetic methods. Another method, that is the molecular genetic methods, are used to identify the specific genes responsible for the genetic influence. So in the molecular genetic methods, we directly concentrate on the genes. So how the genes are responsible for the specific type of the behaviors. So by using the various molecular techniques, you can choose the interested genes, you can see the effect, you can manipulate. Okay, so the other methods are also there for study of the behavioral genetics. Okay, such as the siblings are considered nearly the pure strains. Okay, so you can study uh, some of the behavioral genetic uh, experiments on the siblings. Okay, because in the siblings, the all the siblings are genetically highly similar. Okay, the changes in the siblings are very less. So it is possible to screen for the genetic influence on behavior by comparing the behavior of different siblings also, as well as the different inbred strains which are raised in the laboratory in the same environment can also be used for the same purpose. Okay, so in the animal laboratories, we inbreed the various strains of the species, and we see the effect on their behavior. So one method is the selective inbreeding. So selective inbreeding means phenotypically you observe the two extremes of the single trait. Okay, means in a trait if you see a specific character. So the character which is mostly expressed and which expresses at very low level in the same species. So you can choose the two extremes, very low expression and very high expression, and you can study the behavioral changes in these. So selective breeding, so reverse genetic involvement, so by attempting to breed for a high and low extremes of a trait. Okay, so uh, in the humans it is actually impossible to change the genes and the environmental factors for the study purpose. Okay, you cannot change the genes of a full-fledged animal or an human, and you cannot put in a human in the laboratory conditions to change its environment. So this is a very difficult to perform the experiments in the for directly on the human. So various models are used for the behavioral genetics methods. So one optional method is the twins method, which is used in the human species. So twin methods, there are two types of the twins: monozygotic twins, uh, so and the dizygotic twins. So monozygotic twins is almost or can be considered as the clones. They are genetically identical to each other because they came from the same fertilized egg. If a fertilized egg is break to any reason, so it can develop into the two organisms, and that two organisms are known as the monozygotic twins. Likewise, the dizygotic twins are there. So the two eggs that happen to be fertilized at the same time are known as the dizygotic twins, and they have the lower genetically identity than the monozygotic twins. Okay, so this was all about the behavioral genetics, and thank you. Hope you are satisfied with this tutorial session, and if you have any query, please write in the comment box. I will resolve your query. This session is powered by digital version 2, Jyoti Vidhyapeeth Women's University, Jaipur. Thank you.